It's Yu-Gi-Oh time! Hello and welcome to another Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile, and today we're gonna go back to MasterDuel. I haven't done this in a while, but since the XYZ event is running wild again and I gave you a deck profile last year, I want to do another one. And to be fair, the deck profile last year was freaking awful, but it was still early MasterDuel and I got away with it. But this time, we're gonna do it again, we're gonna run it back. I am playing Cyber Dragons, and I did refine the deck, I did make it a lot better. And it's just my favorite deck. So let's have a look at it. And here it is. Also, full disclaimer, this is not the best deck, but as I'm saying, I love Cyber Dragons and I want it to be as consistent as possible for the event. So here's my build. Let me know your ideas in the comments if you got anything else going on for your own builds. But anyway, got the triple hertz. I think this is still one of the best cards in the deck in general. It's also level 1. This will be important, so remember that. Cyber Dragon Nixter. One important thing about Nixter that some people always forget is it locks you into machines, but only if you use the effect of summoning a Cyber Dragon from the grave. If you just special summon this guy, that is totally fine. You can still summon anything. Again, that will be important. Double Max C. The thing about Max C is like sometimes it can be detrimental to draw into your Cyber Dragons because then your machine duplication is not live anymore. Cyber Dragon Core, usually the best normal summon, but in this deck in particular, it's not that great because you can't link it away. As such, you can't get it into graveyard and get like value of it next turn, or like I don't play. By the way, I'll just go into it right here. I don't play Cyber Repair Plant because it bricked for me so many times. Because that's just the thing in this event. Since you don't have link summons, you can't just go like, oh, Hertz, link it away, or next, I'll link it away, blah blah blah, blah court, whatever. Triple Ash Blossom because Ash. I'm actually considering running maybe a second dry instead of one core. Dry isn't that great, but if you have a nice field of Cyber Dragons, if you can special summon the Nexter in particular, or the Hertz, then you can just make a full board of level 5s, and there you go, you're off to the races. Obviously, triple Cyber Dragon, it's a Cyber Dragon deck, and then we got the 2 Galaxy Soldier, same thing, kind of jumping around back and forth with bumping this up to 3. However, I think if I do, sometimes it just ends in my hand and it doesn't do anything, it's bricky. And then we got the best Cyber Dragon card. We got Fear King Regulus. The Omni Negate that, in the best scenario, gets you your Hertz equipped from the graveyard, and then once you negate something, he just pops himself and Hertz, and you get search out of it. Only one is a 2. 3 is too bricky. I still got the one Kaiju, which in this build in particular isn't obviously that great because you don't have Chimera Attack to just fusion the opponent's machines away. But still, if you have problematic monsters, Kaiju is always good. And it's a light machine, so it has synergy with the deck. I got the one random Nibiru. And yeah, it's just one off Nibiru. What are you gonna do with that? I feel like this is the mindset of building in MasterDuel. Since you don't have best out of 3, you wanna put as much good generic board clearing in it. And yeah, again, one is random, but I don't feel like running any more than that because some decks are a little bit more low power and they don't gonna do that. But obviously with all the XD spamming deck or like people creating witchcrafters and whatnot, it's not that bad. Double Raigeki. I was playing Lightning Storm before that, but the main problem of Lightning Storm is that I'm playing a field spell, and once that is up, Lightning Storm doesn't do anything anymore. So that's kind of how the problem I have with that. And by the way, this entire build, if you're looking at it right now, you could tell that this is going second all the way. I was just like, I want to go second. Most people will make you go second anyway, even if you don't win the coin flip. So that's fine. We got the double Raigekis, the one Duster, and then we have also, like, there's some more one-ups coming up. Foolish Burial. I would probably not want this in a regular Cyber Dragon deck. However, with this deck in particular, going back, we can't link summon, so getting a Cyber Dragon or any machine in the graveyard is very important for A, your Cyber Dragon plays, and B, getting Furion King Regulus active. Then, of course, triple machine duplication. I want to max it out because this is where the money's at. I have also the one for one because you can special summon out your Hertz, while not the core, and the Nexter, which the effects of the cards itself isn't really that important. I have some more tech in the extra deck. We'll get to that. The triple Cyber Emergency to search your deck. The Colosseum to get your Regulus. The double Called By because you never ever want to have your machine duplication negated. And still, like other things, you want to keep these guys Cyber Dragon on the field if your opponent tries to veil you and whatnot. Can't do anything about Imperm with this. And also, we have the double Imperm. Would run free, but I don't have any more space in the deck. I feel like board breakers and whatnot are way more important, especially in this event. And then, for the extra deck, we got the one Lirilusk Assembled Nightingale. Simple reason, this just needs level 1 monsters. So, you can get Hertz, you can get Nexter, get that on the board with like 1-for-1 or Nexter with its own effect. Then you go into this, swing directly, and boom, Zeus. Easy. That's Zeus Turbo. Then we got some rank 5s, obviously the Pleiades, bounces something back. Adris isn't great, but you know, pops the card, same goes to Volcasaurus. Vic Forzak is the funny name. But you need 3 monsters, so it's not great. However, you get some value, you get some pops out of it, and it's big. Especially if you give your opponent the Kaiju. Well, the Kaiju's still bigger, actually. Never mind. Oops. And then we got the double Nova. And also the double Infinity, because it's Cyber Dragon. Could run this at 3, but let's be honest, it probably will never come up to go that far. And even if you do, I don't feel like crafting another Infinity just for this event. Durandal is kind of a negate. In fact, it just switches your opponent's effect to whatever. And we got the double Riverstormer, because it searches Regulus. Oh, that's so cool. And also, Vespinato. Piercing damage, pretty strong, pretty decent. And can also go into Zeus and whatnot, so with more materials. And we already had Infinity and obviously Zeus. It's the XYZ event. It might as well be the Zeus event if this card wasn't at 1. Thank God this card is at 1, especially for this event, because that would be a disaster. So, there you go. That's gonna do it. That's the Cyber Dragon deck profile. Once again, I refined it. I played around with it a lot. I've racked up some games. I also lost some games because, let's be honest, sometimes you have hands, you look at it and you go like, well, this does nothing. That's why I threw in a bunch of one-offs. Again, if you're breaking on the Reguluses, having the either like the 1-for-1 or the Foolish Burial is very good. And other than that, board breakers galore. And like I'm saying, I don't play the Repair Plant because that potentially just might be another brick. And same thing goes for Rev System. Rev System is decent. Again, I tried it out. Didn't come up as much, so I was like, I cut it. And we keep this nice and simple at 40 cards. Thank you very much for watching. That's going to do it, guys, as usual. If you enjoyed this video, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure views, Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, and whatever the Cyber Dragons want. Also, by the way, good luck, have fun at the XYZ event.